opening. Were you there from the beginning of the trial in Macon?
No, no.
So first day of trial, opening argument. I come in, and the attorney sat down, and Judge Owen looks at me and says, he sent the jury out and said, "Young man, how dare you plead innocent? Look at you. You got $1 million worth of lawyers at your table, and you're going to tell me that any hardworking young man can afford that?"
Yeah.
I mean, that was like
No,
right
he
off
didn't
the
mix
bat.
any words. He was a great
No,
judge.
he did not miss any words.
Great judge, yeah.
But you know what? He was really, really fair. He did not go off the line. And at the end, he even told my attorney, Marty Weinberg from Boston, he called him up there in front of him and said, "I just want to tell you that it's been an honor to have you serve in my courtroom." Because the guy was brilliant, Marty was just probably one of the most brilliant lawyers that there is.
You had some good ones, too.
Yeah, well, we had Shelby Heisman, who later on became a judge, and whose brother-in-law was still there, Peter Fay. I guess he might have been retired by now. God, it's been 40 years. And but he was one of the chief judges in the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Shelby was a great guy. Later, when he became a federal judge, I remember when I got out of prison, he was in the middle of a trial, and I walked into to his courtroom. I was going to say, and he stopped the trial and gave this big speech about how he was so proud to meet me, how I was this big drug dealer, but I had changed my life, and I was a man of honor, and it was, I mean, it teared me up.
Art Tifford was another good attorney.
Yeah, Art Tifford was a good guy.
He represented one of the guys, and we had 26 defendants at our trial, but he represented one of the guys.
Yeah, and at the beginning he represented me, and that's when I should have suspected. Why, we're paying Mel $50,000 a month retainer at that time. This is 1978.
Yeah.
And so I get arrested. He wouldn't come see me in the Dade County Jail first of all, and then MCC Miami. Art Tifford comes. And Art Tifford had just started working for him. He had come off the military, right?
I think he did.
Yeah, he was part of the military. He was
right.
A JAG officer, brilliant guy. And he come to represent me. And then, of course, he's the one that put the team together. He put Shelby Highsmith, and he put Marty Weinberg, and then he put another judge, another attorney that I don't remember very well his name. Really nice guy, but he was best friends with the magistrate.
Oh, well, that helps.
Yeah, and that's how I was able to get $500,000 bail. But the minute I did that he was going to let me out on $500,000 bail. I was in there 7 months on a sworn complaint, no indictment. And the minute that he was letting me out, the marshals came and said, "Arrest him. We have a warrant for his arrest in Macon, Georgia." I'm like, "Macon, Georgia? I've never been there.
Never been there.
Life. Yeah. What the hell is Macon, Georgia?"
I still don't know how they did that. I really don't.
And that was the interesting thing. I mean, I hired Alan Dershowitz, did my appeal, because I appealed the bail, because I'm like, I don't have a record. I'm a young kid. This is my first arrest ever. I don't have a traffic ticket. And you guys are giving me $7 million bail.
Yeah, you weren't even 30.
I was 23 years old. I just turned 23.
Oh, wow.
I turned 23 in February.
I knew you were young. I didn't know you were that young.
And I got arrested April 5th.
Yeah.
And they had this huge bail. And I just could not. So he fought that. And then the other thing was, at the end of our trial, our defense was, yeah, he's a drug dealer, but you're out of venue. He has done nothing in Macon. You can't tie him to Harold Rosenthal. He just met Harold Rosenthal. He was not part of this case. Because, how long was that case pending from Harold? That was like a couple of years, right?
Well, we got him in 83, and we had trial, I think, 84. And
well, way before that. I'm talking about before the 79 trial.
Oh, your case.
Harold.
Before that.
When he escaped and faked his death.
I think he escaped in 1979, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, late 78.
And he went to Memphis. And then Memphis is when he had a girl inside and another guy. Him and Ivan Decker worked the escape out. That's when Ivan came to Illinois, and he wound up.
When did you start working Harold?
As soon as I got there, pretty much. There was a guy out of, I was working a mafia head called Dixie Mafia, getting built.
Oh, yeah, he was tied with the Dixie. He always used to talk about the Dixie Mafia.
Yeah, I got called on, especially working him on a special assignment, and I wound up staying there in November, December, and then we moved in January. I wound up going permanently down there. But I started working, and we got Bill Cross, and wound up as...
How about George Rolls?
I know that, yeah, George Rolls wound up.
That was Harold's big buddy.
Yeah, right. We never indicted him, but yeah, he was involved with her. I know that.
Yeah. He ended up in our trial, and I think he pled guilty to 10 years or something like that. He pled guilty. And Harold pled guilty to 15, including the escape. And then they offered me 2 years. I could have walked. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to plead guilty. you know, you got no case against